Kagan and Luis Scott-Vargas here to talk about Standard. Luis, we do not have long because they're on the floor and ready to delve into Standard action. So let's see how fast we can do this with, where do we start? Oath of Ajani and Walking Ballista. Let's take a look at these two. Why have you put these two together?
So we're taking a look at cards from Aether Revolt that are really impacting Standard, and Walking Ballista is the big one here. It fits into both green-black with Winding Constrictor and white-green with cards like Oath of Ajani, like Nissa, Voice of Zendikar, and basically any way that messes with plus and plus one counters makes Walking Ballista a much bigger threat.
Right, now Walking Ballista also, that does bad things to the combo that we are expecting to see, right?
If you have a Walking Ballista even with one counter on it, it does stop the Saheeli Rai Felidar Guardian combo because Saheeli has to -2 to blink the Felidar Guardian. You can shoot the opponent for one, redirect it to Saheeli, and boom, combo broken.
Marvelous. All right, next up, it's time to get our industrial strength gloves on. Here's the Spire of Industry and Metallic Rebuke.
So the reason I paired these two cards is because of the additional angles they give Mardu vehicles to attack the format. Spire of Industry helps the 4-color deck play cards like Metallic Rebuke, and Metallic Rebuke is perfect in a deck with like Heart of Kiran, Clues from Thraben Inspector, just all these incidental artifacts. Getting to have a very disruptive spell for maybe 1 to 2 mana is really powerful.
Yeah, and so great to see a counter spell back in Standard that just people just go, yes, I'm going to get you with this. Next up, why don't we go to Vehicle Land, Heart of Kiran and Ether Sphere Harvester.
Heart of Kiran is a card that I think is going to make a really big impact, especially in the wake of Smuggler's Copter, choosing to leave the format. Heart of Kiran is crewed by a lot of the cards that you naturally want to play, like Veteran Motorist or Toolcraft Exemplar. Can also crew it with Planeswalker counters, loyalty counters off Gideon or Nissa. So Heart of Kiran, a very good threat. Great stats for the cost, and then Ether Sphere Harvester, really crucial when you're playing two like aggressive or mid-range decks against each other.
Is Ether Sphere Harvester just the best card in the set?
I think that in terms of impact on Standard, Felidar Guardian probably is. In terms of overall power level, Ether Sphere Harvester is definitely up there.
Okay, next we have Winding Constrictor and Rishkar.
So these are kind of emblematic of the plus and plus one counter theme. Winding Constrictor, of course, working with Rishkar or Walking Ballista or Virtuous Gearhulk. Rishkar kind of lets you curve out 2-drop into Rishkar, he put a plus and plus one counter on himself. Next turn you have access to up to 6 mana. You have essentially 4 power and 4 toughness off of 3 mana for Rishkar. So it's just a lot of power and versatility in the same card.
All right, and finally, 2 more cards that you might see down there in the feature match area in just a minute. Disallow and Fatal Push.
Disallow is a huge boon to any Torrential Gearhulk control deck, giving you a 3-mana counter spell that has a very relevant other line of text, which is it counters activated or triggered abilities. So this is things like Planeswalker Ultimates, triggered ability off something like Ulamog, Ceaseless Hunger, and that's just a ton of flexibility. Fatal Push is another black removal spell that helps something like Blue-Black Control stay competitive, and you can fit it into like Black-Green decks as well.
All right, so that's just 10 of the cards that you might see coming up as we head in to Standard here at Pro Tour Aether Revolt.